Hey kiddos, welcome back from Thanksgiving break. You guys have been working on a color unit, and I'm so excited for you to apply those skills and understandings to a new unit on still life. What is a still life? A still life is a painting or drawing of an arrangement of objects, typically including fruit and flowers, and objects with contrasting texture, such as bowls or glassware and even books. But still lifes can be really of anything of interest to you. But for this project, we're going to stick to those traditional subject matter. Now we're going to watch a short video where an artist compares and contrasts two types of still lifes. And as you listen, he'll ask you some questions, and I'd like you to answer them in your own head and really think through how all of the things we've been talking about color really apply to these still lifes.
Do you think these two artworks have anything in common? Let's investigate. Describing what we see can be a useful place to start. Each of these artworks has either natural things, like fruits and flowers, or man-made objects arranged together on a flat surface. This makes them both still lives. Artists have been making still lives for thousands of years because they offer an opportunity to reflect on the objects that surround us in daily life. Now, let's spend time with each artwork so we can learn more about them. This is a painting known as Fruit Piece, made by Jan van Huysum in 1722. We can see a variety of fruits and flowers arranged together in an outdoor setting. There are many organic shapes throughout, in the grapes, nectarines, flowers, and more. What shapes can you identify? There are a wide variety of colors, also known as hues. There are secondary and intermediate colors, which are different combinations of the primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. The colors are also low intensity, meaning they are not extremely bright. How many colors can you identify? This is a photograph known as Still Life, made by Man Ray in 1933. The composition of this artwork indicates to us that it is considered a still life. But there are no flowers! Instead, there are hands, faces, and rounded shapes. What other objects can you identify? The colors are eye-catching. The primary colors red, blue, and yellow are featured. Overall, the colors are high in intensity, meaning they are very bright. There are also many distinct lines and hard edges, as seen in these geometric shapes. Now that we have described these artworks, let's consider what they have in common. Both use repetition and variety of elements to make the pictures seem active and unified. In what ways are these artworks different from one another? The shapes in Fruit Piece are more organic than the geometric shapes in Still Life. The colors are complementary and low intensity in Fruit Piece, and primary and high intensity in Still Life. Now, let's share our impressions of the artworks. It's like a test question that you always get right because it's about your opinion. It may help to have some background information on the artists, so you can better reflect on potential meanings of their work. Jan van Huysum, like other still life painters of his time, painted arrangements of natural objects in celebration of the beauty and abundance of life. Van Huysum developed his own special process of building up layers of color in order to create these realistic-looking fruits and flowers. Man Ray was really interested in making things that were new and different. This photograph refers to the traditional still life paintings that artists like Van Huysum made. The different choices in subject matter, like Man Ray including his own sculpture and photograph, draw attention to the fact that he was having fun with tradition. So, if you were going to make a still life, what would you put in it?
Okay, friends, now that we've learned a little bit more about still life, you're going to create your own. I have saved some reference photos that you can choose from in Schoology. You can see here that in your Schoology course, you can drop down, choose one of the 4 images that I've saved for you, and then hold your finger down and save the image to your camera roll so you can use it as a reference photo. Once you've chosen a photo, you're going to create a contour drawing. A contour describes the outermost edges of a form as well as the dramatic changes of the planes or surfaces within the form. But put simply, a contour drawing is a line drawing that's an outline, kind of like a coloring book page, and it doesn't use any shading. Here you can see me creating a contour line drawing of the still life I chose. So taking my time drawing really light until it's right, looking with my best observational skills at each line. Some of the lines will overlap, and that's okay. You'll notice I'll go back in and erase some of the lines later and darken the lines that I like most. There we go. And that is what I'd like you to complete today, is a contour drawing of your selected photo from the reference photo saved in Schoology. Next time we'll talk about adding color. If you don't get done, that is all right. We will continue working on it next class period.